Okay, so we've talked about these conversions within our systems. Today we're going to start talking about conversions between systems, from metric to standard. So if we look at our units of length, of course in the standard system, the main unit of length, depending on how you're looking at, inches or feet. In the metric system, it's meters. But the better conversion is to centimeters, from inches to centimeters. So our main conversion, the most exact conversion, is that 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. Now this itself is not completely exact, it's just really, really, really close. Now there are other conversions that'll be in your packet or whatever that you can use if you want to, like 1 meter equals 3.3 or some feet, something like that. Those are fine, but this one is the only one I have memorized, and the reason I only have one memorized is there's only so much room for crap in there, so I don't memorize a bunch of extra stuff that I don't have to. You can use this for every conversion you want to do. For example, if we are told, let's say we want to convert 20 feet into meters. Well, the first thing I would do is I would convert the feet into inches. How do I convert 20 feet into inches? Times 12, that's 240 inches. Now I'm going to convert that 240 inches into centimeters, putting inches here and centimeters there. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So now I just have to multiply 240 times 2.54. 609.6 centimeters. Are we done? Say no. Nope. You need to get to meters, right? How do you get from centimeters to meters? Move the decimal how many spots? 2 to which direction? The left. So it's 6.096 meters. There we go. Make sense? 20 feet is just over 6 meters. Not so bad. Now there are other conversions that might be useful. For example, 1 kilometer is approximately 0.6 miles. So let's say you see a sign and the sign says 24 kilometers to the next town. How far is it really? So kilometers are going to go on bottom, miles on top. 1 kilometer, 0.6 miles. It's going to be 14.4 miles. They will eventually. It's still going to be some time. I'd say it'd be another 20, 25 years before the complete change gets made. But, like you said, you already see all of your gunpowder. Alcohol is required to be sold in metric units. You can't buy a fifth or a quart of alcohol anymore. It has to be sold in liters. I think eventually they will. I think the next thing that's going to go is your FDA. You're not going to buy a 20-ounce soda anymore. You're already seeing the 0.75 liters and stuff like that, or the half-liter bottles and things like that. That's what's going to be switched over to. There won't be ounces on your stuff anymore. So all your food is going to switch over probably next, and then it's just going to go agency by agency. The Department of Transportation will probably be one of the last ones to go, but it's going to happen. It'll happen. You're going to see your speed limits changed over at some point. Like I said, I'd say it's going to be at least 20 or 25 years, maybe more, because it's going to be a gradual. The U.S. doesn't seem to have the fortitude that Europe does, where Europe says, hey, we're going to make this change, it's going to be on this day, and it's just going to happen. And they do it. The U.S. seems to be a little more averse to that. Partly because the geographic spread, too. It's a little tougher to make these changes. California, Florida, a lot of those places, all the road signs have been dual labeled for years, where they've had, distance to the next town, they've had it in miles and kilometers. Speed limits in some of those places have been posted in both.
Oh yeah, they should do that everywhere to warm people up to it.
Yeah, and that's the way it'll probably happen. Is they'll do that for 5 or 10 years, and then they'll just pull down the miles and leave the kilometers.
Yeah.
So anyway, if we're looking at capacity, units of capacity in the standard system are gallons are probably the main one. In the metric system, it would be liters. Relationship between gallons and liters. 1 gallon is equal to 3.785 liters. Yeah. Well, what's going to start happening is you're going to start buying they'll either go to a 4-liter or a 3-liter jug. Let me see what soda. You used to get a 2-quart bottle of soda. Now it's been a 2-liter bottle now for 30 years or more. Yeah. Give me my 4-liter. They'll just start calling it a jug or something like that. And they might do it like a 3.75 liter or something like that and just call it a jug. Because that's kind of what they do with alcohol. It's a 0.75 liter. And they just call it a bottle pretty much. So let's say you have a gas tank that's 18 gallons. Let's convert that into liters. So put gallons on bottom, liters on top. Oh, eventually 3.785. Gallons cancel will be 18 times 3.785. Is going to give us, you're going to have a 68.13 liter tank. Sounds more impressive, doesn't it? Oh, I bought 68 liters of gas compared to 18. What's gas right now? 240, 250? Or is it 249? We'll go 250. Dollars per gallon, right? If we switched over to liters today, what would they charge to keep the price the same? Well, it's $2.50 over 1 gallon. So we want to go from gallons to liters. The gallons are going to go on top this time. 1 over 3.785. Gallons cross cancel. We got $2.50 per 3.785 liters. We got to divide that out. 250 divided by 3.785 gives us 66 cents per liter. Yeah, they'd probably do like $1 a liter or something. That's a sneaky way of putting a price increase. Or make it like 98 cents a liter to make it look like, oh my God, it's under $1. For weight. Now remember, we had the whole big spiel about the difference between weight and mass, and technically we're dealing with weight units in our standard when we're talking about pounds. And we're talking about mass units in our metric when we talk about grams. And more common because a gram is so small. It's basically the mass of a large paper clip. We use kilograms instead of just grams. And our relationship between pounds and kilograms. 1 kilogram is approximately 2.2 pounds. Thank you. Technically, it's like 2.213 pounds is one of the conversions I used to use when I was more exact with stuff. But even in the medical fields now, they accept 2.2 pounds as the conversion. It's quick enough, close enough to matter. So let's, for example, just say that Brennan over there weighs 210 pounds. You wish? Hey, I haven't weighed that since I was in high school. We'll put it over 1. We're going to make a conversion. Pounds to kilogram. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So what that means, 210 times 1 kilogram is 210 kilograms. Over 1 times 2.2 is 2.2. And we've got to divide that out. So 210 divided by 2.2 is 95.5 kilograms. So you can tell people you're under 100 kilograms. What's that? So that'd be 250 divided by 2.2, right? 113.6. 113 kilograms. That's not, just over 110 kilograms, you can tell. We won't talk about my weight. According to my doctor, I am still 90 pounds overweight.
I'm technically obese.
Oh, yeah. Probably morbidly. Yeah. Yeah. The latest I'll probably ever, probably like